Hey, welcome to the channel. So glad you have joined us because spring has just about sprung, and so RV season is upon us. Now then, a lot of people are taking delivery of their RVs. People are shopping for maybe a used RV, whatever they can get their hands on, and they're ready to go for the RV season. So today we are going to be talking about the first 5 things you should do as soon as you get your RV. Now then, this is going to be really wrapped around a Mercedes Benz Sprinter type of RV. That's what we have, which is a leisure travel van Unity FX. But some of these are really going to be for, just about anything, any RV that you have. And so we'll be getting into those here in just a moment. But if this is your first time on the channel, or if you have yet to subscribe, I would invite you to do so, because we're always talking about leisure travel vans, RVs, gear, gadgets, and everything in between. Also, if you think about it, give the old thumbs up. It really helps the algorithms and to YouTube to share this content with other like-minded folks. So appreciate all of those interactions on the channel. Now then, so let's get into the first 5 things you should do when you get your RV. Okay, number 1, this first thing is definitely centered around the Mercedes Benz chassis. And in the newer models, they still have not fixed this issue, which I found the second that I got mine. I was so disappointed in the sound quality that came from the entertainment system in the Mercedes Benz cab of the leisure travel van. Now then, I did a video on how to fix this, and this is the very first thing you should do, because you're gonna have your leisure travel van or your Navion or your Wayfarer, whatever it may be, built on that Sprinter chassis, and you're going to say this sound is absolutely terrible. How Mercedes has not fixed this, I have no idea. But anyway, so take a look at the video that I did on how to fix the terrible sound in the Mercedes Benz Sprinter chassis, and you will thank me later. Of course, I will put that video right there, also a link to it in the description below. So it's a super easy fix. Just need a credit card and a couple of pair of fingers, and you are good to go. Now then, that is the very first thing to do, because I don't want you disappointed in the driving experience, and that entertainment and that sound coming out of the speakers should be like what you would figure would come out of a 6-figure vehicle, right? And so this definitely helps that until they figure out how to fix it from the factory. But anyway, that is the very first thing that I would do as soon as you get your RV. Okay, number 2. Get the essentials and the essentials only for your wet bay, for your electric systems, and things like a soft start, okay? So the very first thing you should do is literally just see how few of things you can get. Now then, I have made a list of everything that I consider essential when it comes to operating our RV, and so let's jump over to the website and take a look at exactly what I recommend and what works for us. Okay, over here at pagosaSupply.co, I've created several guides, and one of those is our must-haves for LTV. Now, some of this stuff, just wait on just to see what you're going to want to need. There's a few things on this list that you can check out. Hey, while I'm here, might as well do a little commercial. These skylight insulator kits are available now, as well as our bamboo cutting board. I'd say those are essential, but you make the decision on that. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down here at the bottom, and if you just click on Wet Bay and Electrical Essentials, as you can see, we've got everything that we need right here. So electrical essentials, these are going to be things, I recommend a soft start 100% initially from the get-go, only because this will allow you to plug into a household 15 amp, 20 amp plug and run your air conditioner. So you won't need your 30 amp service in order to run your air conditioner. If you want to learn more about the soft start, just click on that right there, and that'll explain everything. And for us, we actually need one of these because we also run our air conditioner off of our lithium battery setup. So definitely a soft start, I think, is essential. It is for me anyway, down here in Texas, where air conditioning is a absolute must for us, and I can run my air conditioner at my house without installing a 30 amp plug. Then when you look at adapters, you're definitely going to want to get different adapters. This is a 50 amp down to a 30 amp. The Sprinter chassis are generally 30 amp services, so this will allow you to plug into a 50 amp service. Won't harm anything in your coach or anything. It just allows you to plug into one of those big 50 amp plugs at RV parks in case the 30 amp isn't available or it's not working. And then same thing, which I was talking about with the soft start, you'll want to get one of these because this is what I use to plug into an outlet inside of my garage. And so it takes the 30 amp, plugs it from the coach, plugs into here, and then straight into your household plug there. And again, with the soft start, I can run my air conditioner that way, and I do that all the time. Then right here, this 30 amp circuit analyzer. Now be careful because on Amazon, this is where we recommend you get all this stuff. It says it is a surge protector, and it is not. It's just an analyzer. And I use this first thing because whenever I plug into power, I want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with that plug. And some of the older RV plugs, things either were not installed correctly. I mean, all kinds of things can go wrong. Now, inside of leisure travel vans and newer RVs, generally they will have a built-in surge protector, but if they don't, you'll want to get one of these. So check if you have a leisure travel van 2020 or later, for sure they have a built-in surge protector, but if not, just check and you will want to get one of those. Will save you thousands of dollars of repairs because those RV parks don't always have clean power, but this right here will give you a little bit of a idea of what's going on, whether there's reverse polarity or just, again, clean power. So that is the electrical. Now, if we get down into wet bay, 100% you've got to have one of these because you could really damage the plumbing in your RV. Leisure travel vans do not come with a built-in pressure regulator, and so you'll want to get one of these. Now, Airstream trailers, those do come with a built-in one, but leisure travel vans don't. Not sure about the other brands of Sprinter RV manufacturers, but so this will make sure that you don't blow the plumbing out in your RV. Now, this fresh water hose, the 0G, by far the best. It is kink free. It's not hard plastic like some of the others. And so you can literally just wad it up and you can fold it, and it is great. So I really recommend that. A water filter will go between the water supply at an RV park or at a state park, wherever it may be. Filter your water. I still don't trust this to drink, but I do put this in. I have a Berkey that filters our water. I'm not a fan of bottled water. I don't like filling up landfills and the oceans with plastic. So we try to do everything we can to make sure that we are self-sufficient in that matter. These aren't essential, but I really like them. Quick hose connects. I like these. They're not essential though, so only get those if you think that you want a little bit easier of an on-off and don't have to try to line up the threads and everything. 45-degree elbow also is not essential. However, it makes it a little bit easier sometimes in some situations. And then again, like I said, travel Berkey. This is what we use to filter our water. Propane essentials only if you are going to get like a Blackstone grill or something, pressure connector and a low pressure propane hose. Again, these are not essential, so you'll want to make sure that having a grill is part of your RV life with that. All right there, those are the essentials because it's easy to pack more than you need. Okay, number 3, Get the least amount of stuff and then work your way up. I would suggest taking a few trips just to see what you're really going to need. Now then, when you are in a small RV such as ours, we're 25 foot with minimal storage, space is a premium, right? And so the easiest thing to do is just jump on Amazon. Oh, I like that camping chair. Oh, I like that, outdoor stove. I like whatever it may be, a fire pit, all of these different things. And you don't even know how your RV is really going to fit these things. So again, just take a couple of trips and work your way up. That's what I did. I found that, the very first camping chair I bought really doesn't fit that well, and we didn't really use it anyway. It's a great chair, and I do love it, and we do use it occasionally. It's the Kelty Love Seat. I do like it, but for a leisure travel van, it just takes up too much room. So we use Nemo Stargazers, and those are a lot smaller and don't take up hardly any room at all. And so again, just find what you think you'll need initially, and then work your way up. And if you can fit in a fire pit somewhere, get you a fire pit. But at the first, just take the least amount of stuff and work your way up as you learn your RV. Okay, number 4. Take a trip. Just jump out and do it. Learn all of your systems. I'm sure you've probably watched a few videos. How do I hook up my sewer hose? How do I hook up water? All of these different things. The electrical system is intimidating. Well, guess what? A leisure travel van, they are easier to hook up than, I would say, 90% of RVs. Probably, one of the easiest that there is, much easier than a fifth wheel or a big Class A. I mean, there's just so much less to do. And so it's really not intimidating at all once you get into it. So just take a weekend trip, go to an RV park, and just set up. And you'll kind of get the feel. Again, you'll see exactly what you need and what you don't, as well as really getting comfortable with how everything works. And the first couple of times, you may put something on backwards, you may put your filter on backwards, or you may, leave your water pressure regulator there at the campsite. And so you got to just get into a rhythm of figuring out exactly what setup and tear down feels like, and how you're going to organize it so you don't forget anything. But yeah, just take a weekend and just go do it. Okay, and number 5, you're going to want to determine how you want to camp. Now, if you're hooked up to a power pole at a RV park, do you need lithium? How much solar do you need? And so you really want to take some time and just determine how you want to camp. Now then, if you think you're going to be in an RV park all the time, I'll be honest with you, you don't need lithium. It's a total luxury. But if you're going to be off grid, if you're going to want to make sure, if you want to say run your air conditioner on the battery for a couple of hours, leave the pets in there, then you are definitely going to want to maybe upgrade to lithium, more solar, what have you. But before you go spending all of that money, you may want to really see how you like to RV. I know lots of folks that just go RV park to RV park, and that's great because you have electric, you got all the water in the world, you've got a dump station right next to you, so tank capacities aren't really an issue. But if you're really going to want a boondock and you're really going to want to try that, then I would wait. So I don't know that I would order a lithium package immediately from the factory because it's expensive and you may not need it. Aftermarket lithium is much more value anyway. But again, if you just want to get it from the factory, that's a great option as well. But I would really wait and determine if you're going to need it. I'm glad I did, because then I was able to get the lithium system that I wanted, and that really works for us. Again, I can run my air conditioner, leave the pets in the LTV while we go out and enjoy ourselves while we're traveling and different things like that. So anyway, that's going to be the first thing. Just don't jump in and just grab all this expensive stuff right at the first. Just really find out how you are going to RV, and that'll determine really how much money you spend and what you need and what you don't. Okay, well, I hope that helps as you gear up to getting your RV. Again, whether you've got it ordered, there's so many leisure travel fan folks that are probably just now getting their LTVs, or they're about to get them, or you're shopping for a used one or a new one that's on the lot. Either way, It can be very intimidating the first time you take it out, but again, that's why I say just go do it. Learn the systems. It's a lot easier than what you think it is. It's really not that intimidating once you get going on it. But anyway, I hope that helps. Again, if this is your first time, you haven't subscribed, please do so. And that is it for this week, and we will see you next time.